Hi there everyone, welcome back again. I'm Petra, for those of you who are new to the channel. I'm a life coach and a survivor of narcissistic and emotional abuse. I'd just like to take the time to say thank you to all of you who sent me such beautiful, warm Christmas messages over the festive season and wishing me love, light, blessings, love. It warmed my heart, so thank you all very much for taking the time to do that. Today I wanted to speak on the sexual relationship that we have with the narcissist, and it's been a long time since I last had sex with a narcissist. So digging back in my memory to, I don't know, it's 20 years ago now, 21 years even, that I was last involved in a romantic way with a narcissist. And, you know, there was a lot of stuff that went on in that relationship, sexually speaking, that just did not feel right. But because it was my first relationship and I was very young, I was 18, 19, I didn't put two and two together. So I didn't know what I was actually involved in. I thought that this was normal sexual behavior. So yeah, I had to dig deep to get the information up again, and just, you know, it's very strange that you can be 20 years out of the relationship, and when you start digging into your memory and bringing back those memories, the kind of effect that it has on you as well, because I felt my heart beating even faster, felt uneasiness. And this all has to do with the soul connection and the emotional connection that we had or have with narcissistic partners or lovers. So I think, you know, the best way to get through that, because you become so frustrated just from thinking back on those memories, the best way to calm yourself again is to meditate, and if you don't like the word meditate, then use the word breathing. Just breathe yourself through those memories when they come up again. It's, you know, it also has to do with trauma bonding. So when you feel that you cannot catch your breath when bringing up those memories, breathe yourself through it. Just close your eyes, even if it is just for 5 minutes. Breathe in deeply and then breathe out slowly. And that is the way to calm yourself. So coming back to the topic, the narcissist has a very twisted notion of sexual ability and sexual entitlement. And all they want from you is to get their addiction of control and manipulation satisfied through you sexually. That is their only agenda, because as we all know, the relationship with the narcissist is all about manipulation and control on their part. It is to give them a false sense of power, and this is all that they're interested in. This is their only intent. So likewise, sexually, it is to get their gratification, their needs met. It is to get their addiction, because it is a sexual and it is a power addiction, to get that satisfied through you. And, you know, in the beginning stages, when we are just entering into relationships with them, of course, the narcissist will groom you. They will love bomb you. They will shower you with gifts, with attention, with love, and also in a sexual manner. So I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but usually the tendency that the narcissist has is to get you into bed as soon as possible. So that would be, I don't know, on the first date, even second date. With me, it took a lot longer because this was my first relationship. So it, even though I was love bombed to the extent that it started to drive me insane, or at least that's the sensation that I got. I only entered into a sexual relationship with this man when we were, I don't know, 3-4 months into the relationship. So you will find that at the beginning, when you are showered with all this attention, and when you finally have sex with them, or quickly have sex with them, the whole experience is mind-blowing. That is the way they connect to you straight away, is by giving you mind-blowing sex. So this is what also keeps you connected to the relationship. This is why when you are when you are having this amazing sex with the narcissistic partner, but you've also been mistreated, misused, degraded, abused, you will find it very difficult to leave because you are attached to them. It is really a soul tie. And again, you are also, your soul has been poisoned, and as the narcissist sees you as an addiction for their control addiction, this is also the addiction that you will experience in a sexual manner. You will just feel that you cannot break free because you will be so addicted to the sexual aspect of the relationship, among other things. The narcissist is also obsessed with their performance, with their physique, with you know, as I said, they have this very idiotic notion of them being this wonderful Don Juan, if you will, or you know, just having all these sexual fantasies about themselves, and thinking and believing as well that they are some god or goddess when they get you into the bedroom. They will just have this overinflated fantasy about their sexual performance. So that is another way to it is a red flag. You know, I mean, we can all be confident in our bedrooms, in our sexual relationships, but the narcissist takes it to a whole different level. It is very much inflated. And they will probably, you know, even if they don't have a fantastic body, they will just think that they have this amazing body that you cannot resist. So this is another red flag for the sexually obsessed narcissist. Another point that I wanted to make is that you will often be giving in the relationship. You will give freely, you will give wholeheartedly, but you will not receive. And because I know that young children might also click onto these videos, I won't become very specific, but it's when we're talking about oral gratification, you will often give that, but you will find that you will not receive it. Or even if you do receive it from the narcissist, then they will degrade you about wanting to receive oral gratification. They also often withhold sex, and this is further on into the relationship, where you will reach a plateau in the relationship and they will withhold sex from you. And when they do give sex, then it is oftentimes very mechanical. From looking at it from a male perspective, it's very mechanical sex. And when you look at it from the female perspective, I mentioned this in the video previously, it will be very dead fish-like. I hope that, you know, that paints a vivid picture for you. But she will just lay there like a fish and just not be very cooperative. So there is no intimacy, there's no real love, there is no love making. There is never any love making with a narcissist. It is all just about mechanical sex at the end of the day. Cheating is another thing. You will find that your relationship with the narcissistic partner may seem very loving and kind and warm and intimate in the beginning, but very soon they will go out looking for males or females to cheat on you with. So there are very many sexual partners involved, and it's, you know, just from speaking to very many survivors in the past year and a half, especially the women, had their intuition going on. They knew that their narcissistic partner was involved with other sexual partners, but they chose to ignore that gut feeling. But usually you are onto them. You just sense that you are not the only one in the relationship. And this is also part of the narcissistic behavior, is that they will have very many sexual partners. So even then, you know, in a healthy, in a normal relationship, when there is cheating, oftentimes, more times than not, this for us is a deal breaker. As soon as you cheat, that is the end of the relationship. But with the narcissistic relationship, even though your partner may be cheating, you will still remain in the relationship for as long as possible. You will postpone leaving. You will feel physically incapable of leaving, and of course also emotionally. But this again is the emotional hold that they have on you. It is poison again, poison that they put into you, that they feed you, and you become so hooked that you feel and that you also start to believe that there is no way you can leave the relationship. And in some cases that may be true. If you are also being physically abused by your narcissistic partner, then of course you need to have a plan for leaving the relationship. It is dangerous for your life to just leave that narcissistic relationship in which you are also being physically abused. Because of course then, you know, oftentimes when that happens, you are dealing with a psychopath, and just leaving can put your life in serious danger. So again, if you're thinking of leaving, then make sure you have a plan for leaving. Don't just up and leave, but that is a whole new video. So yes, you are under their sexual spell. This is what it is all about. This is another way of them controlling you and manipulating you. And you do come under that spell. So it is very difficult to break that spell. I remember when I left the relationship with the narcissist, with the narcissistic boyfriend, I think it took me a good 4 years to get over him, because I just still felt this very deep emotional and sexual connection towards him. So I found it very, very difficult to find closure and to accept the fact that we were no longer together. But this now it makes absolute sense. You know, when I think back again in hindsight, it makes absolute sense why we have so much difficulty coming to terms and finding closure when leaving narcissistic partners. It is all about the narcissistic hold that they have on you, their grip and their sexual spell. The narcissist will also go about pressuring you into unhealthy and in some cases unnatural sexual acts. And this is very sad when I hear these stories from the survivors about how they were pressured into committing these acts because they are degrading. They take away so much of your self-confidence. You are left feeling depleted. You are left feeling angry, feeling sad, wondering why you are being forced to commit these kinds of unhealthy acts. But this is all part of the narcissistic sexual game. It is so sad to go through that. And, you know, that is another reason why we also have so much trouble regaining our self-confidence when we have come out of these sexual relationships, is that we find it very difficult to connect to someone who is healthy. We find it difficult, even if there is a level of connection, we still find it very difficult to give ourselves sexually to healthy people. This all has to do with the narcissistic programming that you have been through. The narcissist also feels entitled to have sex with you whenever they please. So even if you are asleep, they will just feel entitled to have sex with you. And so often I have heard, and this is something that I also experienced, is that you suddenly wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning and you find that your um, um, partner is all over you. And, you know, in a healthy relationship, there is nothing wrong with that. But it is that feeling, that sensation of them just using you any which way they please, just feeling that they have the right to lay their hands on you and to demand sex from you. So this is another red flag. You know, there are so many red flags when dealing with someone, a narcissist, who is sexually obsessed. The fact that they may be also obsessed with watching pornography, with just having a dirty little mind, you know, that is also a red flag. And of course, there is nothing wrong with enjoying sex, with having that loving, healthy, intimate sexual relationship with someone who is healthy. But the narcissist takes it to a whole new level where it is just a game to them. It is a game of control, manipulation, degrading you, and making you feel nothing more than dirt. So again, it is very difficult. It asks a lot. It takes a lot out of you to remove yourselves from these toxic relationships. But it is something that you have to do when you realize who you are involved with. And, excuse me, when you also realize that sex is supposed to be loving and intimate. It is supposed to be healthy. It is supposed to allow you to explore your partner at a deeper and at a trusting level. That is what a sexual relationship is all about. It is not about having your soul degraded, your heart, your mind, your body. It is not about that. So once you have come to terms with that, if you need to take precautions to leave the relationship, then go about doing that. But at any rate, it is your right to remove yourself from toxicity and make sure that you get back into a healthy state with your mind, that your body becomes healthy again in order for you to continue on to healthy relationships. Please send your comments, write down your comments here below, share your story. You know, I think that is removing the stigma of the sexuality with the narcissist, is by voicing your opinion, is by telling your story. And, you know, so that is the most important thing when healing, is to be able to voice all that you have been through, to tell about your experiences. So please share your comments down below. If you do feel that you do not want to share them down below, then please send me an email. I have my email and my website down below the video in the description box. So please feel free to write if that is what you would like to do. Thank you all again for watching. Take care of yourselves and speak to you all next time. Bye for now.